Imagine standing by a river in northern Australia. The water lies still, the mangroves glow gold beneath the sunset. Then a shadow slides across the surface, slow, deliberate, and soundless. Only a pair of golden eyes flash once before vanishing beneath the murky water. Here, silence is not peace, it is strategy. Behind that calm surface hides one of the oldest and most dangerous creatures on Earth, a survivor of more than 200 million years of evolution. It watched the dinosaurs vanish and humanity rise. It can lie motionless for hours waiting for a single mistake, and when that moment comes, everything ends in less than a second. But the story of the saltwater crocodile is not only a story of violence, it is a journey through intelligent sound and the genetic memory of the Jurassic, a world where life learned to survive through silence. Perfect machine of evolution. At the Barat Zoo, a crocodile spent 6 months secretly training its keeper. Each day, it stopped just a little earlier when being fed no more than a centimeter closer. After half a year, when the distance was perfect, it lunged forward and clamped onto the man's leg. A flawless plan. A predator that waits and counts the days. Who says only humans can scheme? In the riverlands of northern Australia, locals follow an unwritten rule: never step into the same spot twice. Crocodiles observe habits. Day 1 they watch. Day 2 they remember. Day 3 they wait. Many attacks have followed exactly that rhythm. That's why the crocodile country signs are not decoration. Remember, they do not sleep. They calculate. That intelligence, combined with a body over 6 meters long, armor-thick skin, and the strongest bite on the planet, more than 3,700 pounds per square inch, makes them the ultimate ambush machine. They are not merely kings of the swamp, but the final blueprint of predatory evolution. Nowhere is safe. They thrive in freshwater and saltwater, in rivers, swamps, and even hundreds of miles offshore, hunting sharks. Yet they are not just killers. Behind those golden eyes lies a surprisingly complex social mind. They produce dozens of distinct sounds, bellows, hisses, even head slaps to signal others. Scientists believe this may be a primitive language, a system of signals that humans have only begun to decipher. Mother crocodiles defend their young with astonishing tenderness. When the eggs are ready to hatch, the unborn crocs call out from inside their shells, crying, "It's time, mother." She digs the nest open, gently carries each hatchling in her mouth, and releases them into the water, not a single tooth piercing their fragile skin. The young stay by her side for months. If you think crocodiles are emotionless, perhaps you've never seen that moment. Sometimes the coldest worlds hide the warmest love. What makes them so intelligent? The secret lies in ancient blood. Crocodiles and dinosaurs belong to the same lineage, Archosauria, the ruling reptiles that once dominated Earth over 240 million years ago. When the asteroid ended, most dinosaurs, the crocodile's ancestors, survived by diving into the water, conserving energy, and eating whatever they could. They are not living dinosaurs, but they're surviving cousins more closely related to birds than to lizards. In the distant past, there were even crocodiles that ran on 2 legs, sprinting across land like giant lizards. Today, only 26 species remain masters of the boundary between water and land, and among them, the saltwater crocodile reigns supreme. Its body is a masterpiece of biology. Eyes, ears, and nostrils align perfectly along one horizontal plane, allowing it to hide almost completely underwater while still seeing and breathing. When it dives, its ears and nostrils close automatically. A third eyelid, the nictitating membrane, shields its eyes from murky water. Its skin is coated in thick keratin scales called scutes, some reinforced with bony osteoderms strong as steel. It's been reported that a crocodile's back can even stop a .22 caliber bullet. No exaggeration. That armor also works as a perfect water retention system. In blazing heat or saltwater, human skin would dry quickly, but not theirs. Their scales lock in moisture, letting them bask for hours without drying out. This adaptation allows them to live a lifetime at sea without thirst. But how does a reptile adapted to freshwater survive in the ocean? The answer lies in its tongue. In 1980, researchers discovered thousands of tiny salt glands along a crocodile's tongue. They excrete sodium and chloride ions through the nostrils as if the animal cries salt. This mechanism keeps their internal chemistry perfectly balanced across any salinity from river to deep sea. A study in 1975 found that no matter where they were captured, the salt concentration in their blood remained steady at about 304 milliosmoles, roughly 30% the salinity of seawater. an astonishing feat of biological control. Thanks to this adaptation, saltwater crocodiles can eat almost anything: fish, crabs, turtles, birds, kangaroos, water buffalo, even sharks. When hunting, they float just beneath the surface, only their slit-like eyes exposed. Even in muddy water, where vision fails, they sense every ripple. The secret lies in the tiny black dots across their skin, ISOs, or integumentary sensory organs. Each one, barely half a millimeter wide, holds dozens of nerve endings. When a single drop of water falls, it knows. When you step near the riverbank, it knows. Its entire body is a living radar. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm share this video with more curious minds. The language beneath the water. Crocodile teeth curve backward and are smooth, perfect for gripping slippery prey. They replace their teeth continuously. A single animal can go through as many as 5,000 in a lifetime. When the time comes, its strike reaches 18 miles per hour, 3 times faster than the quickest human swimmer. Its bite force exceeds 3,700 pounds per square inch, strong enough to crush a buffalo's bone. And once it bites, it doesn't tear, it spins. That's the infamous death roll, when the entire body whirls like a turbine, wrenching flesh from bone. And if you've ever wondered why such footage rarely appears in nature documentaries, it's because YouTube wouldn't allow it. Another mystery that amazes biologists is their extraordinary sense of direction. When captured and released hundreds of miles away, crocodiles still find their way home. Steve Irwin once joined an experiment where 3 adult males were relocated more than 70 miles from their original territory. 2 returned within 2 weeks. The third swam around the entire Cape York Peninsula over 250 miles and came back to the exact bend of the river it had once ruled. Scientists suspect they navigate using Earth's magnetic field, sunlight, or even the scent of the water. But no one truly knows how. Saltwater crocodiles can be terrifying, yet they also deserve our admiration. Their nervous system is so sophisticated that it not only serves them in hunting, but also allows for a rare kind of social life among reptiles. Researchers such as Sonny Flores and David White at the University of Sunshine Coast are building what they call a crocodile sound dictionary, recording hundreds of hours of footage to understand the meaning behind every bellow, hiss, and head slack. It's possible that what we once dismissed as instinctive noise is actually a structured language with signals for distress, courtship, and even warnings of specific threats. A study in 2020 revealed something astonishing: baby crocodiles can learn scents before they are even born. When scientists brushed strawberry essence on their eggs, the hatchlings later preferred to eat meat that carried that same scent, ignoring apple or banana. This means they possess memory before hatching, a kind of biological programming of survival instincts, so that the moment they surface for the first time, they already know what feels familiar and what to avoid. In many ways, the saltwater crocodile is living proof of perfect evolution: intelligent, resilient, keenly perceptive, and patient to a chilling degree. When we look into those golden eyes, we are seeing more than 200 million years of living history, where dinosaurs, oceans, and time itself still echo. So the question remains: standing beside a saltwater crocodile, are we truly standing beside a living dinosaur? Perhaps not exactly, but with the strongest bite on Earth, armor, hard skin, unyielding memory, and the instincts of a survivor of mass extinction, it is the breathing memory of the Jurassic. Would you dare to meet its gaze, or does even hearing this already make your spine grow cold? When it comes to crocodile communication, we are still standing outside a curtain of mystery. There is no definitive proof of cultural traditions or dialects among populations, but many scientists believe the vocal behaviors of the Crocodilia order, including crocodiles, alligators, and gharials, are inherited from a common ancestor. In other words, they all speak an ancient tongue. Each species may speak with its own accent, yet the foundation of their calls and behaviors remains strikingly similar. If the crocodile's bellow is truly a language, who was the first to learn it? One particularly fascinating aspect is that they communicate beyond the limits of human hearing. They produce infrasound vibrations below 20 Hz. Humans cannot hear it, but we can feel it like the heartbeat of the earth. When a crocodile arches its back, lifts its head and tail, its entire body begins to tremble. The water around it ripples with shimmering Faraday waves, like liquid silver dancing in the light. The spectacle is common in American alligators, yet saltwater crocodiles perform it too. At first, scientists thought it was a mating display, but it may also be a way to announce territory or strength. That sound is not only mesmerizing, but meaningful. Only large, mature males can produce vibrations that deep. Just as lions roar and elephants trumpet, low frequencies travel farther, sending a message, "I am here and I am bigger than you think." In air, the sound can carry nearly 500 feet. Underwater, almost a mile. Only giants like whales or African elephants can rival it. Even more remarkable, crocodiles can hear the very sounds they make. Their ears just behind their eyes send vibrations to the inner ear, but for extremely low frequencies. Scientists believe they listen through bone. A tiny organ called the sacculus, which in humans helps maintain balance, acts in crocodiles like an ancient microphone, sensing the tremors of land and water. In fish, it is the main hearing organ. In frogs, it detects earthquakes. Perhaps we still carry traces of it ourselves. That surge of excitement we feel when heavy bass music shakes the floor might come from the same ancient sacculus vibrating again. So perhaps dubstep is nothing more than the music of prehistoric lizards. The ancient intellect of a survivor. Because these sounds lie beyond our hearing, studying them is nearly impossible. Underwater, everything makes noise: plants, currents, fish, even waves striking the microphone. Scientists must use ultra-sensitive hydrophones in perfect silence to capture just a few reliable vibrations. It suggests that we may be missing an entire secret language, conversations between crocodiles drifting unseen beneath murky water. When sound cannot speak, behavior does. Evidence shows crocodiles can hunt cooperatively, a strategy once thought exclusive to intelligent mammals. Over a century ago, Russian naturalist Nikolai Miklóhó-Maklay described an event in Papua New Guinea. A large crocodile lashed its tail to drive fish toward the shore while smaller ones waited. It wasn't chance, it was coordination. A 2014 report compiled 17 similar cases around the world, 2 of which qualified as true cooperation. A big male luring wild pigs into the water, while smaller crocodiles struck at the exact moment as if they understood each other without seeing one another. Science cannot yet prove intent, but when the same pattern appears across continents, witnessed by independent observers, coincidence becomes unlikely. If this is true, crocodiles belong to the elite circle of strategic predators, alongside dolphins, wolves, crows, and chimpanzees. When neuroscientists examined their skulls, they found that crocodile brains resemble those of birds more than reptiles, especially in regions linked to awareness and decision-making. It's no wonder these cold-blooded strategists can cooperate in silence. Yet crocodile intelligence is difficult to measure. They don't solve puzzles, perform tricks like dolphins, or participate in lab experiments. Their intellect is hidden, revealed only in the wild, where a single wrong move means death. Sometimes the internet overestimates their cunning, like a viral clip of a crocodile lifting its foot above water. People claimed it was waving to lure humans. In truth, it was hunting fish, raising its claws to sense ripples before striking. Crocodiles don't need to fake drowning to fool anyone, their menu is already long enough. Much of this hunting footage never appears online due to content restrictions. Wildlife filmmakers joke, if a crocodile eats breakfast, you lose monetization. Some channels create extended editions for science enthusiasts where they can explain what was too graphic for general release. And even as the internet grows ever more governed by algorithms, there are still places like Nebula, a refuge for independent creators where curiosity, science, and freedom can thrive without being choked by ads or automated filters. When night falls over the northern swamps of Australia, the water lies still as if nothing had ever happened. Yet beneath that calm surface, golden eyes remain open, listening to every breath of wind, every ripple, every heartbeat of the living world. The saltwater crocodile does not need to change, it is already the pinnacle of evolution. In every deep bellow may still echo the Jurassic Age, when dinosaurs walked and the oceans had no names. Perhaps when we look into its eyes, we see more than a predator. We see Earth's memory, the living record of life that has endured for over 200 million years. And so, one final question for you. If you could look into those eyes, what would you feel, fear or reverence? Tell me in the comments below. And if these slow journeys through the natural world bring you calm and curiosity, gently press like, share this video with a friend who would love it, and subscribe so that next time we can meet again in another story, quiet, deep, and endless.